Ever heard someone say ci si vede, meaning see you in Italian, as a casual farewell? Well, this phrase isn't just one of the many ways to say goodbye in Italian. It actually reveals an interesting aspect of Italian grammar, the ci si combination. Ci and si are pronoun particles that come together when an Italian reflexive verb, as in those verbs where the action reflects back on the subject, like mi lavo, I wash myself, is used in an impersonal form to generically express actions without pinning them on a specific subject. Sounds complicated? Nah, it's just a matter of understanding the role of each element. In this lesson, we'll delve into what the impersonal form entails and how it works with reflexive verbs. And don't worry about taking notes, I've done all the hard work for you. To help you to practice what you're about to learn here today, make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet with all the vocabulary and examples from this lesson. Just click on the link in the description box below this video. Pronti? Ready? Iniziamo! Let's begin. Let's start by exploring impersonal verbs in Italian. Now, unlike standard Italian verbs, which denote actions performed by someone or something, impersonal verbs operate differently. They focus solely on the action itself, without pointing to a particular person or an animate entity responsible for the action. Additionally, these verbs always remain in the third person singular form. Take a look at these examples.
Piove da 2 giorni. Che noia!
It's been raining for 2 days. How boring.
Fa così caldo oggi.
It's so hot today.
Sembra che il treno sia in ritardo.
It seems the train is late.
È necessario organizzare una riunione per discutere la questione.
It is necessary to organize a meeting to discuss the issue. Notice the absence of a specific doer or person in all of these sentences. Now, impersonal verbs typically fall into the following 4 key categories. Take a look. The first one is atmospheric phenomena, such as
Piovere,
to rain,
grandinare,
to hail,
nevicare,
to snow, which all describe the weather conditions without pointing to who or what is causing them. For example,
nevicherà tutta la settimana, quindi è meglio rimandare il viaggio.
it will snow all week, so it is better to postpone the trip. The second category is the verb fare, to make or to do, followed by an adjective or noun to describe a condition. For instance,
Fa freddo,
it's cold,
fa caldo,
it's hot,
fa bello.
it's nice weather. The third category is expressions formed by the verbs essere, to be, or andare, to go, plus an adjective, noun, or adverb. For example,
È giusto,
it's right,
è necessario,
it's necessary,
va bene,
it's okay,
va male,
it's not going well,
è proibito.
it's prohibited, and so on. The fourth category is with verbs like
Dire,
to say,
pensare,
to think,
considerare,
to consider,
credere.
to believe, and conjugated in the third person singular and preceded by the particle si, indicating a general belief or thought. For example,
Si pensa sempre che sia troppo tardi per cambiare le cose.
one always thinks it's too late to change things. More generally, any verb can adopt an impersonal form by inserting the pronominal particle si, suggesting a generic subject that varies based on context, such as la gente, people, uno, one, tutti, everyone. Here's the structure to use. Si plus the verb conjugated in the third person singular plus the adverb or infinitive verb. Let's take a look at some examples.
La domenica dormiamo fino a tardi.
On Sundays we sleep late becomes
La domenica si dorme fino a tardi.
on Sundays people sleep late.
Gli italiani non bevono mai il cappuccino dopo le 11.
Italians never drink a cappuccino after 11 becomes
In Italia non si beve il cappuccino dopo le 11.
in Italy, people don't drink a cappuccino after 11.
Diciamo sempre così.
We always say it like that becomes
Si dice sempre così.
people always say it like that.
Mangiamo molto bene in questo ristorante.
We eat very well in this restaurant becomes
Si mangia molto bene in questo ristorante.
the food is really good at this restaurant. To master Italian sentence structure, watch this video here. Are you enjoying this lesson? Don't let the learning stop here. Make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet and you'll find a link to that in the description box below this video. Now let's take a look at applying the impersonal form to reflexive verbs with ci, si. Now reflexive verbs are those that express actions performed by the subject on themselves. These verbs can also take on an impersonal form, where the action becomes generalized rather than specific to the individual. In Italian, a challenge arises because reflexive verbs already incorporate si, which is the reflexive pronoun for both the third person singular, himself, herself, and itself, and the plural, themselves. That's why when aiming to generalize an action to people in general, Italian introduces a clever linguistic twist. Instead of using two si pronouns together, which would sound a bit awkward, it substitutes the first si with the particle ci. For example, consider the verb
Alzarsi.
to wake up.
Ci alziamo tardi la domenica.
We get up late on Sundays becomes
Si alza tardi la domenica. Ci si alza tardi la domenica.
people get up late on Sundays. Notice how the sentence sounds smoother when using ci si instead of si. So to make a reflexive verb impersonal, all you have to do is follow this structure. Ci plus si plus the verb conjugated in the third person singular. Now while si establishes the impersonal tone, ci simply serves as a phonetic adjustment to enhance the sentence's flow and clarity. Let's see some more examples, shall we?
Rilassarsi.
To relax.
Ci rilassiamo sempre alla spa.
We always relax at the spa becomes
Ci si rilassa sempre alla spa.
people always relax at the spa.
Iscriversi.
To sign up.
Se ti iscrivi in palestra entro luglio, avrai uno sconto.
If you sign up to the gym by July, you will get a discount becomes
Se ci si iscrive in palestra entro luglio, si avrà uno sconto.
signing up for the gym by July will entitle you to a discount.
Muoversi.
To move.
Durante l'allenamento dobbiamo muoverci in modo corretto per evitare infortuni.
During training, we must move correctly to avoid injuries becomes
Durante l'allenamento ci si deve muovere in modo corretto per evitare infortuni.
during training, it's important to move correctly to avoid injuries.
Perdersi.
To lose oneself.
Mi perdo sempre quando arrivo a questo punto. Dove devo girare?
I always get lost when I reach this point. Where should I turn? Becomes
Ci si perde sempre quando si arriva a questo punto. Dove si deve girare?
one always gets lost when reaching this point. Where should you turn?
Truccarsi.
To put on makeup.
Come ti trucchi per un colloquio di lavoro?
How do you do your makeup for a job interview? Becomes
Come ci si trucca per un colloquio di lavoro?
how should you do your makeup for a job interview? Attenzione! When an impersonal reflexive verb is followed by an adjective, that adjective must be in the masculine plural form, even if the verb is conjugated in the third person singular. Take a look.
Ci si veste eleganti per andare alla prima della Scala di Milano.
People dress elegantly to go to the premiere at La Scala in Milan.
Se si dorme poco, ci si sente stanchi tutto il giorno.
If one barely sleeps, they feel tired all day.
Perché ci si sente spesso tristi senza un motivo apparente?
Why do people often feel sad without apparent reason? Are you enjoying this lesson? Don't let the learning stop here. Make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet for this lesson, which you'll find a link to in the description box below this video. Let's take a look at other meanings of ci and si in Italian. Now, ci and si may seem like minor components in Italian grammar, but they are extensively used in the language, covering different roles and meanings. Si, for example, serves also as affirmation. It is the easiest way to say yes in Italian. In this case, it is spelled with an accent above the I. As a musical note, this represents the seventh note in the musical scale, corresponding to the English B. A reflexive pronoun. It functions as a reflexive pronoun in the third person singular and plural. For example, to say she washes herself or they wash themselves, you would use
Lei si lava. Loro si lavano.
To learn more about Italian pronouns, watch this video here. And pronominal verbs. Now, si is a component of pronominal verbs, where it often changes to se when combined with another pronoun. For example,
Aspettarsela.
to expect something,
Cercarsela.
to ask for trouble, or
Godersela.
to have fun and to enjoy oneself. To learn more about how to use pronominal verbs in Italian, watch this video here. On the other hand, ci has other distinct roles, such as an indirect object pronoun. Now, ci functions as an indirect object pronoun, meaning a noi, to us. For example,
Marco ci ha dato un passaggio a casa.
Marco gave us a lift home. It can also serve as a direct object pronoun, meaning noi, us. For example,
Ci hanno chiamato per i risultati degli esami.
they called us for the exam results. It is also a reflexive pronoun for the first person plural, meaning noi, us, as in,
Ci vestiamo e partiamo.
we'll get dressed and leave. Ci also appears in many pronominal verbs, such as
Pensarci.
to take care of something personally,
Tenerci.
to care about something or someone. Like si, ci changes to ce when combined with another pronoun. For example,
Volercene.
to take effort and time, or
Farcela.
to succeed in reaching a goal, to manage to do something. Now, these examples only scratch the surface of the roles of ci in Italian. To learn more, watch this video here on ci and ne. And to continue your learning and to help you practice everything you've learned here today, make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet, and you'll find a link to that in the description box below this video. If you enjoyed this lesson, then you'll love Intrepid Italian, my series of online self-paced video courses that break down everything you need to know about Italian using my unique 80-20 method. More details in the description below. Now, if you enjoyed this lesson, don't miss my lesson on pronominal Italian verbs, which you can watch here. Plus, master Italian sentence structure with this lesson here. In the meantime, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on those notifications so you get an alert when I post more video lessons like this one. Until next time, un abbraccio. Ciao!